Some say it helps to be a little psychopathic in business. It makes you a good businessman. But does it? Look at Trump. His tax returns show how bad he is at business. His wealth is built on nothing more than broken promises of greatness and orange spray on skin. He's like the stereotypical traveling salesman touting miracle cures, like someone you'd see on The Simpsons. Ironically, shows like this are often a scathing commentary on simple folk and how their prejudices are preyed upon by manipulating con artists. How can Trump's followers not see this? They watch it on television all the time. People talk about a narcissist I know who made a business. They say he's an asshole, but then they immediately become apologetic as if they don't want to seem unreasonable. And they say, but he's good at business, and I never quite understood that. He divided the community, he made a low-quality product, he stripped away its richness, he silenced diverse voices until his was the only one left. He spread toxic attitudes and stifled innovation, and all of this is destructive. He even tried to rewrite history to make himself sound like the greatest thing since sliced bread. And if you have to lie to that extent, are you really a good businessman? And is sliced bread really the greatest thing, especially if you're gluten free? The thing that gets me, however, is that people turn a blind eye to the terrible things he does to other people. Like he spread a rumor and destroyed someone's life. And like the usual narcissist, he was taken to court for it. He settled out of court and tried to bury it. How is this being a good businessman? Unless being a good businessman and being a con artist are the same things. Narcissists work on illusion, and the product they make is also an illusion. Whether that product is a pair of shoes or something intangible like performance art or property. The thing is, narcissistic people who are successful in business and who get hired to be leaders are the ones who get results. But what does that mean? It means they did something unethical to get ahead of their competitors. It means they cut corners to make things faster and cheaper. It means they were good at manipulating people to believe things that weren't true. It means they were good at exploiting. A common counter-argument to all this is to say, why are you business bashing? Business is good. Steve Jobs was a narcissist and he did well. First of all, I'm not talking about all narcissists. We see the 10% of narcissists that succeeded and call them visionaries. We're not looking at the 90 who flamed out and caused irreparable damage. Second of all, did you not know about the Apple sweatshops in China? Apple's success is an illusion, like much Western business. If an iPad were made in a Western country, it would cost $1,100 instead of $185. So they ship the job off to sweatshop workers in another country, and we in the West get to feel like our products are not based on the forced poverty of other people. In the Western world, business is centered around profit, and it's hard to compete when your competitors are exploitative. It's hard to compete if you're actually doing a good job, creating quality products that take into account the full life cycle, taking into account your environmental impact, paying people a decent living wage, and on top of all that, not doing unethical things. This culture of profit has to change, and one of those changes is to recognize narcissistic business, to peel away the layers, and to stop supporting behavior like that. Researching the top CEOs of the world, they came across a surprising conclusion, which is not so surprising if you understand how narcissists work. Narcissistic CEOs who get paid the most aren't worth the money. They pay themselves more than their non-narcissistic peers, yet their companies perform worse. This is like hiring a personal trainer and they arrive at your doorstep with a tub of ice cream and a Netflix remote. Don't let them trick you with their sugar high. Narcissistic CEOs will continue to pay themselves a higher salary even as their company is tanking. This kind of greed causes other social problems like increasing the wage gap between CEOs and the average worker. People get angry when someone's getting paid a godly salary for a job that just isn't worth it, let alone when that someone isn't even doing their job properly. Research shows a whole bunch of other things that narcissists do, from wreaking havoc on teams, creating conflict, getting into lawsuits. They change the organization from the inside out, creating a toxic work environment, hiring loyal people and firing skilled people. Narcissistic leadership is also associated with pushing female inequality. And if you ask such narcissistic leaders, they would say, "Women love me. They love that I make them feel so safe. I have always been for female equality." No, you haven't. Now that we've started peeling away the illusion, we can see that narcissists are not good at business. They take, and hide where they get it all from. Optimism is healthy. Arrogance is not. Self-confidence is healthy. Megalomania is not.